p.m. last night, we had 22,275 tests in New South Wales, and as yesterday I made a comment around the almost 19,000 tests. The numbers are far too low, and my message today is, again, if we're going to succeed in staying ahead of the COVID pandemic, testing is crucial in large numbers so that we can be confident in the data when we're making decisions as we progress going forward. Now, the 22,275 tests, can I just say thank you to everybody for coming out? Because, you know, without that, we're not going to be able to make the decisions we do as a government. But we do need to increase those numbers. If you look at the 10-day period from the northern beaches during the Christmas period, there was 380,000 tests done in 10 days. At its peak, a day of 70,000 tests. So we know as a state and we know as citizens that we can actually do this and do this very, very well. So my plea today for those in Western Sydney, please come out in numbers. If you've been tested previously, but you're still feeling unwell or you have a symptom, get tested again. If you have a symptom, get tested. If you think you've visited an area that is on the list in relation to those areas that we're concerned, some venues, then please get tested. My call out to Western Sydney today and to New South Wales is to get tested. The same in Wollongong. We noticed that when we had those cases in Wollongong, the numbers had increased, and I do thank again those people of Wollongong that came out to get tested, but we've seen that testing numbers drop in the Wollongong area, and so today my call again is to come out and get tested. Let's see how as a state we can actually again bring the numbers up, 30, 40, 50,000. As I said last night, as of 8 p.m, there was 22,275 tests in New South Wales. Of those tests, there were 7 cases. All 7 cases were from overseas and all in hotel quarantine. There are 0 locally acquired cases in New South Wales today. Now that is good news, but we also get data overnight, and we normally wait for the next day, but it's important this morning we talk about that we've already identified 2 cases overnight connected to the Berala BWS. So again, my message to everybody, even though today we are talking about a 0 day of locally acquired cases, it is important that we keep that testing regime up, and that is my message, knowing that already overnight there are 2 cases that will be part of tomorrow's official announcement. Can I just say again thank you to everybody, to the frontline staff, for those that are really getting out on the front line to make sure that we do the right thing as a state. We've also got to do the right thing as a state when it comes to masks. That is very, very important. The masks that are now mandatory as of today, enforcement will happen today, are important. Why? Again, because of mobility. We don't want to see further restrictions. We don't want to go into lockdown. Now, can I make this absolutely clear that, you know, we leave everything on the table. But I can make this clear today, there won't be any lockdown of the Cumberland area. There won't be any lockdown in any other parts of Sydney. The restrictions that we have in place are strong enough to deal with what we have in front of us. And of course, with the mandating of masks, gives us the ability for mobility and to go forward. So with that, I'll ask Dr. Kerry Chant to talk further about the overnight results and those extra 2 cases that we've already identified this morning. Then we'll go to Minister Hazzard, and again I will ask Assistant Commissioner Mal Lanyon to say a few words on behalf of police.